The world wants to carve me up like a feast. But you, American, you are the only power that doesn't want to take a bite.
It was 1883. A distress signal from the Persian king Nasir al-Din Shah. At that time, Persia was sandwiched between the Russian bear in the north and the British lion in the south, waiting to be gutted. To survive, the king needed a bodyguard. He scanned a world map and locked onto the other side of the globe, America. The reason was simple. American hands were the only ones not yet stained with colonial blood. To answer the call, America sent S.G.W. Benjamin. Washington's choice was unusually sharp. Benjamin wasn't a bureaucrat sipping whiskey in an office. He was born in the Ottoman Empire to missionary parents and grew up hearing Eastern dialects. Before becoming an ambassador, he was a top travel writer and illustrator for the Atlantic Monthly. While British ambassadors were busy drawing borders on maps, Benjamin was sketching in bazaars. He understood the subtext of Persia without a translator. This allowed him to quickly win over the paranoid king. Waiting for him in the palace was Nasir al-Din Shah, who was definitely not the backward tyrant you might imagine. He was the first Persian monarch to visit Europe and could even chat in French with Queen Victoria. He was a total tech geek. He built a private darkroom deep in the palace, locking himself in to develop photos of his 84 wives. He was so obsessed with the West that after seeing a ballet in Paris, he ordered his entire harem to wear short tutus. He didn't just chase fashion. He founded Persia's first polytechnic university and hired Austrian officers to train his army. Anything to keep the British and Russians out. So he looked to Benjamin. In October 1883, the two stopped circling. In a private meeting, the king threw down a national job posting. He didn't want an alliance. He wanted to hire America. The terms were explicit. He offered America exclusive rights to three things. 1, building the Trans-Persian Railway. 2, establishing the National Bank. 3, mining all the country's minerals. It was a genius poison pill strategy. If the economic arteries of Persia were filled with American money, British and Russian armies wouldn't dare cross the border. This should have been the deal of the century. If signed, American hegemony in the Middle East would have started 60 years early. Benjamin excitedly mailed the contract back home. The result? It hit a wall of cotton. The U.S. State Department at the time had fewer than 60 employees and was busy with domestic trivia. To the gentleman in Washington, this proposal to buy half the Middle East meant only one thing: trouble. They didn't just say no, they even rejected Benjamin's request to upgrade the mission status. The reason? They couldn't afford it. Benjamin's annual salary was a pitiful $5,000, and he had to pay for his own translator. In 1885, a disheartened Benjamin resigned and went home to write books. The king, who wanted to embrace America, paid the ultimate price. Lost without his American shield, he was cornered. 11 years later, while praying in a mosque, he was shot at point-blank range. That shot shattered all possibilities. Just 5 years later, remember this timeline, the British William Darcy signed the famous agreement in Persia. For a mere £20,000, the British took 60 years of oil rights. At that moment, it was too late for Americans to regret anything. We know how the story ends. We refused to be friends, so we had to spend a century being enemies. Looking back at 1883 today, it wasn't just a diplomatic failure. It was modern history's most expensive misconnection.